Good news from Texas. The Supreme Court may have ruled on birthright citizenship, but the debate is far from over. Before we dive deeper, a quick shout out to all of you, longtime listeners and the new folks who've just joined me. Your support keeps this whole thing moving. If what you hear strikes a chord with you, post a like, leave a comment, and hit subscribe on whatever platform you're on. And if something crosses your radar that the slopstream media is ignoring, as they tend to do, you can always send it my way at drdavessavesamerica.com. I read everything that you send in. Texas lawmakers are now proposing new legislation that could test the limits of that decision and potentially set up the next major constitutional battle. While America lost in the Supreme Court on birthright citizenship, all is not lost. Texas is proposing a law to criminalize so-called birth tourism. The decision suggests identifying it as a felony to travel to Texas to have a baby by non-American parents. The Texas AG is suing a possible birth tourism center here in Houston. One article claims that as many as 50,000 Chinese babies are born in the United States every year. Now, bluntly, folks, that sounds like an extreme exaggeration, but I do know that it is a substantial number. A Texas hospital was caught advertising in Mexico for birth tourism by a billboard. While that birth restriction is not law yet in Texas, the 2025 Texas legislature did pass a Parents' Bill of Rights and gave parents the right to block offensive books in the school libraries. It includes notice about a student's gender preferences. However, laws are only as strong as those who protect them. A lawsuit was filed challenging part of the Parents' Bill of Rights. The three largest school districts in Texas declined to defend the provisions. A judge therefore granted an injunction against enforcing certain provisions of that Parents' Bill of Rights. Now, this will need to be appealed. It should not have gotten this far. There are recent Supreme Court cases supporting parental rights. Therefore, the recent trial court ruling can likely be overruled. However, it's going to take time and much more effort than if the rules were defended now and not later. So parents, keep fighting for your rights. The future of children is one of the most important battles. Refuse the woke indoctrination. For America to continue as the greatest country that it is, we have to have our education system stay with the pro-American program, or at least get back on board with it. Also from Texas, more good news, but the whole case is a bit of a surprise. In 2001, Texas passed a law allowing children of illegals to get in-state tuition. That's a pretty strange deal. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals just ruled that federal law prevents Texas from granting in-state college tuition. It makes eminent sense that a student from another state would pay out-of-state tuition, so why would a student from outside the United States pay in-state tuition? Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking questions. This is Dr. David D. Shine. Thanks for watching this special episode of Saving America. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe on your favorite platform. See you next time.